Hi everybody, welcome back to Cids Modded Life, Season 3, Episode 41. And you can probably tell I'm over at the Iron Golem farm. I've done a little bit of AFKing over here. I was aiming to get as much of this as we could. However, you know, getting a load of this is also not to be sniffed at, really, so not bothered about the roses. Oh, damn. Hang on. No, that did not work. Why did that not work? Now what's not going on? Hang on, come on, get up there. Yeah. So, last episode we did a few odds and sods, a few bits and bobs, a few odds and ends. Kind of dealt with a few. Can I make it? That'll do me. Near enough. A few odds and ends that we just needed to take care of before we carried on. So we've automated the production of flowers in the Nature's Aura area and chunk loaded that, so that's generating huge amounts of aura for us. We have also not completed all the mystical agriculture stuff, but we did put a whole load of the seeds in. We've still got a few to go, and then there's a few that we've not even started on, but these ones we all put in. You can see the AFK session has yielded 500 odd of each, which is okay, you know, it's not bad. And yeah, tickety boo there. And that's kind of where we got to. Now I want to try and make something this episode, and the simple reason I want to make something this episode is I don't think I've ever actually made one, and we're going to need some power for it, but we are going to make a digital miner from Mechanism. Now, digital miner is going to take a certain amount of stuff. We're going to need some atomic alloys, which are going to be reinforced alloys, which are going to be infused alloys. So I'm going to make up a batch of infused alloys to start off with, because it's not like we can't afford it. And then we'll kind of bulk make some of the items that we need for the digital miner, because obviously we need to take those need me to put the enriched diamond. Now, enriched diamond, I haven't got an enrichment chamber, have I? No. Oh yes, I do have an enrichment chamber. So if I go and stick a diamond, what I'm curious about is if I take a diamond and we take another diamond. It's not like we've got a few, you know, we're not desperate. And I've also, did I make a diamond plant? I presume I've made a diamond plant. If I put one of those in there and enrich it, which seems, you know, for the cost of a little power, we get an enriched diamond. Now the question is, if I put a diamond in here, I'll get 10 things of diamond stuff. If I go and put enriched diamond in, do I actually get more for it? But essentially, can I make my diamonds worth more? And then we need enriched obsidian, which means refined obsidian, which also requires obsidian dust, which requires me to do that. So I'm going to go and get 16 obsidian, and we'll get those ground down while we're at it, because again we might as well make up some stuff while we're there. And we'll see how far we can get on this quest. My quest to... Why do you not go? Oh, enrichment. Okay, fine. Off you go then. And yeah, objective basically here is to make myself this. Now the robot requires some stuff as well. We're going to need some energy tablets and bits and pieces. Personal chest. I think I can make that actually. Let's go and start getting some of this stuff together. Because I did go and make myself some steel between episodes while I was AFKing as well. So I go digital, and we go and get we need a robot. A robot requires that requires all of this, which means I can get one of those. Apparently I never even realised this was a thing. You're supposed to be able to access it. How do you access it? It's a very good question. Oh, okay, like that. That's another portable thing. Anyway, so we got you. Portable chest, we're going to need that. We're going to need some steel. We need those. Yeah, alright, I'm going to have to get these things made first, so I'll be back in a moment. Alright, well, I've got the infused things. I started pulling together. So we've made the energy tablets, we've got the personal chest, we've got the steel, we've got the steel casing, we've got the logistical sorters, we've got the basic stuff. So what we need now is for the rest of the stuff, we're going to need 7 of these atomic alloys. To make atomic alloys, we need to make 7 of the Hoover reinforced alloys to start off with. So I wanted to know what happens if I put, it doesn't even take that, okay. But you take that though, don't you? I'm just curious as to whether there is a difference, because if there is, and it's a long time since I'm trying to think, the last time I did mechanism was probably regrowth actually. So that goes and gives you 10. That, oh, wow! That gives you 90. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's do that many then. So I'm going to assume, therefore, that if I take those and go, what can we use here? That's refined obsidian. And refined oh right, you need a compressor for that, or you can enrich that, but refine. So we're going to need to combine diamond with that to make that. Okay. And we need to use refined obsidian. So we are in this ballpark anyway. So let me just do a couple of diamonds worth of enrichment. That should do the trick, I think. And then we should be in a position to make refine 816, I think it'll be, to make those, and then that will make, we'll have plenty. Yeah, all right. Over an overabundance even. And take 2 of those. Yeah, so 16. Take that out. That'll make the refined obsidian, which we can use 9 of that to make things. However, we do actually need one other thing that we haven't got here, and that is refined obsidian ingots. Now, I'm fairly certain I haven't done those because, of course, I haven't made that. So that's the thing. So that means we need an osmium compressor, and an osmium compressor is a few bits and pieces. That's not too bad. Let's go and get an I've never had an osmium compressor this part so far into the season, so let's go and do that. We need to do you. I need to do 1 and 2. Uses for that are, come on. So we need another one of those. And that shall give us an osmium compressor, which we can now integrate into the system here. There should be I think that should work. It's got juice, auto eject off, and we need to make those, which is that plus some osmium, 200 millibuckets of osmium. Alright, let's go grab some osmium then. Your osmium. I think I probably need more than that. Right, so we are going to go and liquid osmium 200. Come on. I know I can build speed ups and stuff, and at some point I will do, but we do need to improve our our power production, and quite a few bits actually, but mainly our power production. Right, we should be. Let me take those. We can go and do one. Do like making some sounds. I have got them slightly turned down because they can be quite obnoxious if you're not careful. But you know, a nice little background hum of machines and things doing stuff. There's quite enough of that. Right, so that's the row bit. Steel. What am I missing? An atomic alloy, that's right. And I said I needed 7 atomic alloys. I've got 9. 1, 2, ugh. So we might as well go for the top amount. I'm trying to remember what Robit does actually. It's really something I've never really felt the need to use, but we're going to have those. So if I take all of that, we should be good to make a Robit who goes in the middle. Then we need 2 more of those, but then we need to do these. Now these only require 4. So we need 2 of those, and then we need another 4 to make the teleportation cores, which we'll have momentarily. Now the other thing we're going to need is some solar, and advanced solar is probably the way to go. These are relatively inexpensive, so we can throw a load of those, maybe 2 or 3 of those together just to run this for the time being. Ultimately, however, I am going to want to make, if I jump into mechanism, I've got to find it now. The only criticism I've got of mechanism is the blocks look very samey. Energy cube, no. We'll find it eventually. Gas burning generator, heat generators. Somewhere in this lot there is a quantum entangle load porter, which requires some ultimate control circuits and stuff like that, and we need 2 of them. But that's basically a tesseract, and we're going to go for one of those, but we also do want to get more juice involved. So let me go and get 2 teleporter things done. Oops, not Trello. Teleportation cores. 1 and 2. And the rest of that can all go away for now, along with that. Right, well, we are good. That gives us the makings of a digital miner, which if we get that together, we should be Now that, no, they were the bottom, weren't they? Like that, and like that, and like that, with a robot in the middle, that up there. One digital miner. This is actually quite an interesting thing. So there's debate, often in the modern community, about multi-block structures, immersive engineering, the having to build large multiple block structures versus magic block structures, aka a single block that can do really amazing things like mechanism, Ender IO, any of them, and thermal expansion. This is an interesting concept between the two. It's quite an expensive recipe, but what it does have is a footprint bigger. It's a 3x3, isn't it? Or is it at least a 2x3? Yeah. Right, we need juice for this. Now, if I remember right, the juice goes in the side, output in the back, and then there's an input at the top for blocks. I'm going to make a couple of solar panels, and I'll be back in a second. All right, we have got digital miner. I was like, why am I digital miner? I've got a box for loot, which is going to go on the back. I've got a box called fill, which is going to be filled full of cobble. Now, I'm not a fan of leaving gaping holes in the ground. But I'm also not a fan of running around an area if I'm caving and not not realizing that I've gotten into that area and wondering where all of the ores are gone. So rather than fill it up with smooth stone, which I could, I've got 16,000, I'm going to use cobble, because cobble is obviously not naturally occurring, semi not naturally recurring, shall we say. And we're going to take this. It is daytime, so we are going to, let me just check elytra. It's in plenty of good shape. However, we can soon fix that. We'll just head over to our experience thing. Use those to make those. Okay, yeah, and then those make experience things. That should be enough to repair our bang. And is it like that? No, hang on, let me just double check. What do you do with those? Combine them with bottles. They're even more powerful than I thought. Make me some bottles, please. And make me... I know I've got one bottle left, haven't I? There was a bottle. I thought there was a bottle. So we can bat that down. And there we go, portable repairing. That probably needs to be put back away. Oops. I've still got the backpack. In here I have put a few bits and pieces, this iron chest, this spare buckets and stuff, and I've got the ender sack here, so I can get to that as well. Right, let's go and see about doing some digital mining. Now, there's a simple reason I want to do this. Obviously, we've got all of these mystical agriculture, and they are going to be really useful if I ever need a sudden injection of material. But it's how do you put it? I'm greedy. I like to have lots and lots of stuff, so I'm going to head over this way just towards the iron miner for now. I think we'll just put ourselves up here. This is a nice area. Or it will be in a moment. Once we've cleared out all of the gubbins and give our little digital miner a test drive, I suppose, which is the now there is a kind of an elephant in the room with the digital miner, and that is the option we have. Let me just get rid of you. You really don't need those. Definitely don't really need the apples or the oak or the saplings. So if I get my digital miner and place it down, that's as good a thing as any. And then we'll get our 2 advanced solar panels, and we'll get 1 there and 1 there. I've got no idea if this is going to be close to the amount of juice we're going to need, but you know, it's got power. We're going to put loot. Now if I remember, let's get the visuals on, visuals off. I'm not entirely sure what that will do. Now if I'm not mistaken, you put your fill. No, I'm going to need to hope. Will go on there, and that will use the contents of that to fill that one off. Now we can then go reset, auto eject, silk touch is on, auto pull is on, do config, radius, let's do 16, and I'd like to start a minimum there to a minute to 0 to 16. We're going to go with item stack. No, let's go back out. Oh, I need to put on. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had to see that, but he was a pain. Alright, and we're also going to stick you back there. Now, what we need to do is I need to work out how I do my configs. I'd like it on silk touch. The config is not 16. Silk touch, obviously, because diamond is at that level. And I would like material of... How is it star or star? All ors. Let's go with that. And we're going to do replace yes, we're going to do save, we're going to hit back here, and we are going to hit start. And there you go, it's mining. Now I do need auto pull and auto eject. Not seeing it taking those, but it is kicking out stuff down here. There's 1,162 items to mine. Obviously it's not going to be brilliantly fast because the power we've got isn't great. But if we go and very quickly throw up a chunk loader in the area, then we should be able to leave this to it, and it's going to get us all of these nice ores. Now hopefully there'll be some diamond down there. We're definitely at diamond level because it's mining redstone, and obviously it won't get redstone if it wasn't at diamond level. Let me go and grab a chunk loader. and I'll be back in a moment. All right, that's it. We have a chunk loader. It's mining. We've got no diamonds yet, but that's fine. I'm doing a 16 radius, which is probably 4 chunks, so I should get some diamond. Again, not desperate for diamond. Not desperate for most of these, to be honest. But you know, this is something I just wanted to do for a while. Now, while that is working, I would like to share with you some ideas. So we need to get into some way. That was not what I wanted to do. Wrong button. Okay. We need to get into some fairly hefty building. And we need to start thinking about power. Obviously, you know, we've got very small amounts of power gen going on, and now we have immersive engineering as well as mechanism. We have got some interesting industrial options that are available to us. Now, we've done Nature's Aura and we've played with that, and there are other things I want to do with Nature's Aura, but right now, not desperate. But we have got this area over here where, well, we've got lots of areas, but again, just concentrating in this kind of circle, this kind of area around. So we've got our little villager breeder there, we've got our iron golem thing there, which is definitely going to be built shortly. I have got a plan for that. So kind of working in this area, I'm thinking that this area here would make a good industrial area. Lots of different industrial sheds. Now, I am a little wary of building industrial items because I've done several, and I'm very conscious that if I'm not careful, I could end up building things in the same style. So, one of the things we're going to need to get plenty of early doors is steel. Steel and iron. We've got lots of iron. With the power way, we can obviously go in and get things like an immersive engineering metal press or metal pressers, and they can build all of these, you know, great things. Now, using, we just look at iron, for example. We have got sheet iron metal slabs. But we've also got sheet metal, and with sheet metal we can make we can either make a slice, which is relatively cheap, but I don't know whether that will actually click the slice to stack top bottom surface or to add or remove. So that's basically snow layers of iron, which is potentially interesting. Now if I were to go and have a look at copper, yeah, that's fine, but it's not the right kind of colour copper. So we could potentially do that. What about lead? Lead does not have a slice option. But again, copper we do have. If I go and have a look at that, we do have a green option, which is the immersive engineering block of copper. Quite expensive, but with this we should be able to get lots of copper. And then we could use the saw to chop that down. Oh, that's the wrong way though, is it? Might get away with it, I don't know. Or even copper slabs. What I'm looking to do is come up with corrugated metal buildings. You know, the kind of very... Oh, hello, kitty. What are you doing here? Yeah. So to kind of build up different sheds with different options up here and kind of link them all in and make a semi-industrial area, really, I suppose. So you actually found some silver, nickel, chaos, amethyst, osmium. Still no diamond. It is being particularly tightwad-ish at the moment, and it's still got 1092 ores to mine. So, oh, there we go. Yay! Get them eventually. Anyway, I'm going to run this for a while in the 0 to 16 configuration, and Then we're going to do the 17 through to probably 64. I can't see the point in coming up to this high level to get the less useful ones. I'm a little bit annoyed that that did not work. Might as well in fact take that with me now, seeing as it didn't. Plop. But I'll live, you know, a few holes in the ground never hurt anybody. Or is that right? Maybe I've got the thing. Hey, we've got 4 now. So that's all going to come through, and I'll be back with you. I'll check how long I've been recording for one, and I'll be back with you in a second. Alright, yeah, we're at 30 minutes. I'm just doing a little bit of work around on the entrance to the base, however. This is something that's been kind of bugging me for a while. Oops, hello. That is not what I wanted to do. Yeah, this has been bugging me for a while, and as a result, I need some more nether brick. Actually, I don't, because they're already in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. Nether brick is the best of those lights that we've got. So I've changed up the drawbridge, and it is now, instead of being purple, it's now a mixture of different coloured glasses in the blue to white range, so cyan. I'm not 100% sold on it. However, what we're going to be doing down here is, if we jump down, is, well, let's start off here. Well, there's no drowned in the area, we're alright. Oh, hello. I forgot that I can't breathe underwater though without my conduit. that was silly. So my thoughts are simply this. What we are going to do is we're going to vary this up a wee bit, and use a variety of I really do need to keep my eye on this. A variety of blocks basically I really do need to put a conduit in before I start working in this area, don't I? Let me just quickly sleep down here, seeing as this is where we are. But we're going to have 2 pillars that run up the middle. In black, in basalt, because obviously we want it to be proper volcano evil villain lair, and nothing says evil villain lair better than apparently. So we'll come up here with the straight basalt to start off with, and then maybe we'll take that one off actually, and we'll replace it with a bit of that one, just so we get that going. And we're going to pile this up, bring it up, kind of mix and match these blocks as we go until we've got 2 fairly simple pylons coming up the side and then being capped off with that. I think that'll work. As I say, it's a shame those into black. One of those, but we work with what we got. So let me get a few blocks in here of the variety of blocks I wish to use, and I'm going to get these pumped up, and I'll be back in a sec. Okay, that's it. I put some fires down there. They don't necessarily make sense in my mind, but they do at least illuminate the areas. And of course we can still fully, I thought I saw phantoms then, fully retract the drawbridge. Now, I built a little plinth over there. I'm not 100% happy with it yet, but yeah, I mean, that works. Let me know what you think. I'm still, sometimes you look at things and you kind of go, I'm not sure whether that's a good idea or not. So all that remains now is I've been chuntering for a little while. So what I will do is we'll just go and empty our inventory of of stuffs, and that we don't need, not just stuff in general, just stuff we don't need, like that. And that can go away. And let us head over to the digital miner and see how it's done. Now, needless to say, when I do the bigger run, we're definitely going to have to do an AFK session. I'm also going to need, as I say, I'm definitely going to need to get better power going. But for now, let's just go back and have a look at that. It is, from a distance, that actually works quite well. I'm not unhappy with that at all. Simple, but effective, which I suppose is, all you can hope for, really, especially with something as small as, essentially a cross of 3 blocks. Land. Okay, getting graceful at that now, you see. 823 still to mine, so definitely the obsidian chest is the right choice here. But we're getting, we've got coal, we've got a lot of platinum, copper. That's one I really want to get of. I want to get a lot of uranium. And what we can do is we could set this up and do a bigger area, bigger radius, but maybe just filter it to uranium. And uranium ore, of course, if we look at that, we'll make uranium grit or uranium ingots. And of course, we can grind it. Let's have a look. Can we? We can crush it to get double. That can be used to make uranium, which of course can be used in immersive. I'm not sure whether there's any. Ironically, it doesn't appear to have any use in mechanism, which has a nuclear reactor. So there's definitely something to go there. But on that note, I'm happy enough with the progress we made there. We have got, we've got the digital miner. We do need to get the improved power and yada yada. But next episode, I think I'm going to try and get a first engineering shed up, or maybe on top of that one, maybe for the metal pressers. Metal pressers could be useful. And if we've got enough uranium, I may just go for the immersive. Find the thing. Where are you? Not a radiator block. Thermo. Let's have a look at. Oh yeah, of course. R is a recipe. This one, the thermoelectric generator, because that's simple. We just need 2 blocks of uranium and 2 blocks of packed ice, and that'll generate enough electricity probably to run the pressers. May need a couple, but they're relatively inexpensive power, and we'll come up with that. But on that note, thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, I will see you soon. Bye for now.